About playing in a home opener in Toronto and expectations and playing in the cold.
We're excited, you know. I think all of preseason we've kind of had this one circled now to get back in front of our home fans in our stadium and now have this afternoon. And so it's up to us to make sure we step on the field and play in a way that people are excited about, that people are proud of, and it's going to be a good afternoon.
Do you get that feeling of how big this is for the fans in the city? With you weren't here in the years past when it was some pretty tough years for the fans to endure. To have that kind of I think they've turned the corner and this is going to be an exciting year for them.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that you feel when you get here is how much the people in this city love this team. And I know that there's been some tough years. I know there's been some tough moments along the way. But you get that sense right away in how much the people care about this team and how much they love coming to the stadium to support our team. And so we're excited. We're excited that we were able to start off with a good win in Seattle, and now feel like it's going to be good for us to get back in front of our fans in our stadium and kind of start to set the tone of what it's going to be like to play in Toronto this year.
Michael Jurgen came out and said that the league isn't doing a good job protecting its players, specifically Dempsey, and that you guys beat him up pretty good last weekend. Anything to say on that? Is this league more physical than most players are used to?
It's a physical league for sure, but when you look around the world, all the best games are physical. They're hard. Teams compete at the highest level, and for us, when we look back at last weekend, we feel like we played hard, we competed hard, we left everything we had on the field, but in an honest, fair way. And so I think after the fact, for people to look and to start to talk about a play here, a play there. Let's be honest. There's little plays like this that go on in every game, and still, when you look back at 90 minutes, I think the way that we were able to get after Seattle and make the game hard on them and really, win the physical battles was something that we want to take forward into this game as well.
It's early days yet, but it seems like there is a rapport in the midfield. Do you feel that that's there and it's growing?
Yeah, I think there's a good relationship everywhere. I think when you talk about all the little partnerships on the field, whether it's between the two center backs, whether it's between the left back and the left midfielder, I think it's all coming around. It's all developing. Look, we're all honest enough to know that it's still early days. There's going to be things that don't go exactly how we want, but there's ways to make up for that, and we're committed to doing that.
Is it difficult to prepare for a team like DC United? They've got a lot of new faces. They brought in new talent, kind of a new look team.
Obviously, we played them in preseason, so we got a little feel for what they're like, some of their guys. There's still a core group of guys who have been in MLS, whether it's been at DC United or whether it's been at other teams, and so we feel like we have a good feel for them. The main thing that we've talked about is worrying about ourselves and worrying about what we can control and the way that we start the game and the way that we are able to step on the field and right from the first minute, impose ourselves on them and put them in a game that now is uncomfortable from the start.
How big is it for this team to know that, like last week, Jermaine Defoe had 2 chances, scored 2 goals, that if you create those opportunities, you have someone as clinical as Jermaine in your lineup who will finish them?
Yeah, he's a guy that makes the difference, all around the world, guys who are able to sniff out chances and when they get them, put balls in the back of the net. These guys are at a premium, and so I think to have a guy like him in our team is important for everybody.